time to go to Brendan Quinn's wheelhouse. We bring in associate head coach to the University of Tennessee on Conzo Martin's staff. That would be Tracy Webster. Coach Webster, Vince Ferrara, and Brendan Quinn. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
We're doing great, Coach. Great. Good to have you on.
Thanks for having me.
Boy, we were so impressed by that defensive effort against Oakland. What were some of the specific things that the guys did well, especially in that first half, that led to that kind of lockdown defense from your guys?
Well, I mean, first of all, we always talk about transition defense. I thought our guys did a great job of stopping these guys in transition, but keeping that ball out the paint, was very good. It was very good for us. Every guy had to do their part and defend their man, trying to avoid getting help to draw a penetrating kick from Oakland. But our guys did a great job of defending their man one-on-one, but then also the team help was really good. The team defense was really good. So they were talking, they were very active, and that's what we need.
Tracy, it's Brendan.
Hey, Brendan.
You talk about the transition defense. What about the transition offense there? Coming into that game, your first 4 games, you had 14 fast break points on the season. He had 15 against Oakland alone. It looked like the bigs were getting rebounds and kind of starting to shoot out a little bit earlier than they had in those 4 previous games. Something you're going to look to do a little bit more of in these next 2 games on the road here?
I mean, that's the plan. I mean, we always want to try to get that ball out and go with it. We want our bigs to run as fast as they can and sprint that floor, as well as our wings running that lane and trying to get that ball on the wing and attack. So they did a great job, but our point guards have to continue to keep looking up the floor. And but first things first, we have to get that rebound so we can go. And I think our guys did a really good job of that.
Let's get into Georgetown a little bit here. Big team, ranked 20th in the country, 4 starters over 6'7". Really efficient offense. They shoot over 50% as a team. A little bit of turnover problems, but just a strong offensive team, very balanced. What do you kind of see from them in terms of slowing them down? You're a defense-first team. What are you going to have to do to kind of to stop them or at least slow them?
Well, with these guys, like you said, they have great size, so we have to do a good job of blocking them out and hopefully keeping them away from that basket, because they do a great job of running their offense. And sometimes their best offense can be when that ball goes up and all of a sudden they crash in the boards to get that offensive rebound. So we have to do a good job of being tough on that glass and keeping those guys out the lane.
They got a guy, I think, a lot, not only Tennessee fans, but a lot of people don't talk about nationally. Probably one of the best players that people don't really know his name. That's Otto Porter. He's their 3rd leading scorer, but he came back from a mild concussion earlier in the year, put up 18 and 11 on Shabazz Muhammad and UCLA. You look at Otto Porter, 6'8", might be a matchup problem. How do you defend him?
Just like we try to do with all all the guys that we go against. I mean, you're always going to have guys that's going to be the best player on the team, on the opposite team, and we have to try to come up with a game plan to stop not just him, but all of them, because he is a really good player. Porter is a really good player, and I think that he's a guy that we're going to definitely have to focus on, but we can't lose sight of their other players, because they do have some really good ones as well.
We're visiting with Tracy Webster as the Tennessee Volunteers will take on Georgetown on Friday, previewing that matchup, Vince Ferrara, Brendan Quinn. Coach, it looks like Josh Richardson is more aggressive offensively and also has more confidence. Is that what you're seeing? And talk about his development offensively.
Well, he's doing a good job of staying aggressive, and it starts in practice with him. He does a good job of attacking the basket. He does a good job of getting to the offensive boards. He stays in attack mode, and that's what we try to continue to. We want to continue to preach to him, staying in attack mode, because he is that type of player that has the energy to play at that type of level the entire game. So just has to continue to stay focused, keep watching film, and keep knowing what his strengths are.
Coach, last week you guys, from the practices that I was able to see, seemed like you really went back to a lot of the basic stuff, the preseason stuff, closing out on the perimeter, working in weight vests. I guess what was the philosophy behind coming back from Puerto Rico and making that adjustment? Was it life without Jerron and kind of restarting things, or kind of what was behind that?
Well, the whole thing is just getting back to who we were, we knew that we could play harder than we played when we were in Puerto Rico, and we wanted the guys to continue to understand, like, hey, this is who we are, and we didn't want to get away from that. But that's the daily routine. But that's what our guys know. So it wasn't really a big deal to them. They already knew that, hey, this is how we work. We're gonna continue to keep working like this, and let's get to business.
We're visiting with Vols associate head coach Tracy Webster here on the New Sentinel Sports page. Coach, talk about this team playing without Jerron Mayman right now. And the first thought that I think a lot of people had was, all right, where's the leadership coming from because of his presence on the court, off the court? How is that played off in terms of the leadership, and how do you think your team has adjusted to not having Jerron Mayman on the court?
Well, I think our guys have adjusted pretty well. Don't get us wrong now. I mean, Jerron, he's still leading while he's off the floor now. I mean, he's vocal in practice. He's vocal during the game. I mean, he does a good job of talking to these guys. I mean, he's really close with all those guys. So he leads even though he's not playing. But I think our guys have done a great job of understanding who they are, and they police each other. They get on each other about certain things. So that's been a thing that we've been harping on, and they've been doing a really good job of it.
And I guess on the court without Jerron, do you think you guys have kind of turned the corner from adjusting to just playing without him, having that safety valve on offense and that extra presence, rebounding? At this point, you got this road trip coming up. Do you think you're past making the adjustments of not having him out there?
Well, I mean, we right now we have no other choice because we don't have him. But I think our guys, like I said, I think they know who they are. They know what they have to do to win ball games. But at the same time, they know that if Jerron was with us, it could help us become an even better team. But our guys feel comfortable with who they are right now. They know that they are good players. They just have to continue to keep working in their gym, and everything else will take care of itself.
We're visiting with Tracy Webster here on the New Sentinel Sports page. Coach, talk about Armani Moore. Looks like he's trying to maybe work that left hand a little bit with his handle. Talk about his development.
Well, Armani, he's working hard, in practice, watching film. He's doing all those little things to try to continue to improve his game. But right now he just has to continue to slow down and, like you said, continue to work his handle. And he's working at it. I think the thing is he's watching Trey Golden play, and he's taking notes on how he's handling pressure and running the team, and Armani's trying to do the same thing, and it just takes time, but I think he's done a great job for us so far when he's in.
And Armani has not the luxury, but the fact that he is kind of the default backup point guard. He'll get those minutes, but what about on the wing where there's kind of a cluster of bodies there, from McBee to Richardson to McCray to DeMontre to I'm missing one. Who am I missing there? Did I miss one? Quinn Chivas. Mm-hmm. That in terms of working that rotation, and where does that kind of stand? Do you guys are you going into games saying this guy will get this many minutes, or these two guys play well together, let's work them off of each other?
Well, I mean, you're looking at the game that you're about to play, and you say, hey, guys, where are the matchups going to be? But at the same time, it's about who's ready to play, and that's the good thing about having wing guys, guards, and bigs and at the same position, because now practices are going to be competitive. That's when it's tougher. During the games, that's the easy part of it. But now because you have to come with it day in and day out. So I truly believe that our guys on that wing spot, they know that they have to be engaged early. Again, they're a close team. They do a great job of helping each other. So when one is not playing well, the other one tries to pick them up, and that's all we ask for in our team.
Coach, are you a football guy? Do you like to watch some football when you're not into hoops?
It's been hard to watch football with basketball season going, but I'm okay. I don't watch it a lot though.
What have you been chuckling at all this Gruden hysteria around Knoxville that's taken over the world?
Well, you know what? I haven't even paid that close attention to it, to be quite honest.
Yeah, that's just
you're really missing out on some magic, Trace.
It's hijacked our show and our radio station and our newspaper. The news.
I have to keep reminding people there's basketball being played, Trace.
Yes, it is. It's basketball time right now, but at the same time, hey, guys have to do what they have to do.
Yeah, and that's far and away the people's choice for head football coach at Tennessee. So that's where all the attention is with John Gruden right now. Hey, Coach, good luck against Georgetown. Have a safe trip up there, and look forward to catching up with you again soon.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
All right.
That is Tracy Webster, Associate Head Coach at the University of Tennessee.